Hi everyone, my name is Panayu Sirikajangsi. I'm the CEO and co-founder of TBN Software. We are a Thai company based in Bangkok. Today, I'm very excited to share our success story of Mendix here in Thailand. So, like it said in the title of this video, so we are using Mendix to automate the process and improve the customer experience at KTC or the Krung Thai Card. It's a credit card company. So let's have a look in our agenda today. So first, I would like to introduce our company, TBN Software, and then we will get through the our story, the KTC, who are they, and what are the business challenges, and what are the technical requirements that we need to fulfill, and what are the solution, and what are the final results of implementing Mendix at KTC. All right. So TPN was founded in 2008 in Thailand. Yes, it is a big while ago. Yes, we were partnering with Mendix at a very early stage of technology. We have been, we always has a strong belief in local technology and in Mendix vision, and that will be the future of application development. TBN has been a pure play of Mendix technology in Asia over the past 13 years. So we have implement and deliver many solutions to our customer across industry. Like for example, bank, finance, insurance, conglomerates company, and even retail. So we have gained a lot of technical knowledge and also best practices. And we, aside from the solution delivery, we also helping our customer and partner to adopt Mendix as strategic development platform to accelerate their digital transformation program within the organization. Currently, so we are the official Mendix reseller, and we have now around 80 Mendix engineers in our company to serve our customer. All right, so let's go to our story today. But first, I would like to thank KTC to allowing us to share these amazing use cases at Mendix World. So let's get into the details. Well, who is KTC? Of course, if you are Thai, I don't have to explain that because KTC is one of the biggest credit card provider here in Thailand. So they are providing credit card services, a personal loan, to the site Thai citizen. At this moment, KTC has more than 3.4 million members, so that's a big numbers. So it's a big, solid company. As we mentioned, we provide like the solution, to increase the customer experience to KTC. The solution we call it workflow for contact center. So let me give you some fact and figures here. So this system has to handle more than 450 active users. And of course, during the before the delivery of Go production, we also perform the load test and performance test and the stress test to pass over than 1,000 concurrent users. And this system also cover more than 200 credit card related services workflow to serve the contact center for the operation. And this system also have to support or run 24/7. And on the daily basis, we handle around 20,000 calls per day. And on average, around 9,000 to 10,000 new cases in our system. So this is quite big system, but okay, this is not the most or the biggest system we build, but believe me, this is one of the most sophisticated and very challenging use case that our company has been done here for the Thai market. So let's have a look at the business challenges and also the technical requirement that we have to meet. From the business challenges, in 2015, KTC implemented the new core credit card system. And this system, of course, is a core system, right? It's impact the whole organization, also the contact center. So here's the thing. The contact center had to use the new core system in their day-to-day operation process. for the call handling, the case management. These are not so efficient because the core was not designed to handle those kind of processes. So there are problems. So I will summarize just three major problems that I would like to address in this video. First, the long handling time. As you know, for the contact center, long handling time is very important. So when the agent need to serve their customer, they need to get information, right? So when they use the core system contain a lot of information, but it all scattered, which means that the agent need to open many pages in order to find the right information and then provide it to the customer. So this is one of the problems that cause the long handling time. Second, the core system does not have the case management, does not have a workflow. So which means that the agent need to do the case management on paper. Yes, it is 6 years ago, it's still on paper. So that's a big chance of human error, right? And the third one, after we have done research and discussion with our customer, we saw that, okay, one of the biggest problem here is also the training cost. Because as you know, 450 agents, there's a lot of turnover in call agents. So when when KTC has a new agent on board, right? In order to train about product is already hard, because you have to understand the credits product. Plus, you have to learn how to use the new core system, which is quite complicated and take a lot of time, effort, and also the cost to KTC. Well, that's a major challenges on the business side. Let's have a look at the technical requirement that we have to meet. I have discussed with CIO and the whole team from the business. They really would like to have a single platform that the agent, the contact center, can do anything to cover their process in one platform. It's a very good idea. But the challenge is that we have to integrate seamlessly with the telephony system, when you got an inbound call, so it has to be one single system. And then also with the new core system, it is AS400. So that's a big challenge, right? And the second for technical requirement we have to is that system need to operate 24/7, like I mentioned earlier. So which means the high availability, the scalability become crucial when you start to design a system. And also the performance. Like mentioned earlier, the handling time need to be efficient and short. So they also expect that system to be very responsive. So when you click, the data should come right away. The screen rendering, everything should be fast. And the third one, KTC IT, KTC is like regulated business, right? So they operate under regulators. So the rules and all kind of things changing. And also on the commercial side, it's all very competitive. So they would like to build the flexibility within the organization in order to launch a new product quickly. So we have to take into account that which for parameters or configuration, it had to be configurable and manageable by IT. So no need to change the code, redeploy because it's too slow and very costly, right? So that's why we have to redesign. Currently, the system we build, you can adjust the business process. You can adjust the product rules, the fraud checking rules, and also the workflow routing rules. Like just give you an example, like for $200, you go to the vice president. For $500, you could go to the senior vice president, something like that. That's the idea. Okay, so let's get into more detail when we talk about the business process optimization. So I just pick one business process to give you a more clearer picture what we are talking about here. This is an as-is function, the financial adjustment transaction. So if the customer call the agent and the agent need to adjust that transaction, so the agent has to open 4 menus, 4 screens, and have to submit the case 2 times for the approval. These are steps that which is the standard functionalities of the core, right? It's not so efficient. So we have studied and see what technical are possible. So we have redesigned and streamlined the process. So these are the result of to be a process. So we literally combine all 4 menus into one menu and merge all 4 screens into one screen. And the agent do not have to submit twice, but just send the submit in one time for the approval. So this way it is much faster and more efficient. And also in terms of the usability, we also remove all irrelevant information outside the screen. We just focus based on the context that the agent is using. That's very easy. So let's have a look a bit deeper in our page design. So this is an anatomy of the case screen. So it's composed of 3 components we call a pane. The first one is a workflow pane. The second, a freeze screen pane. And the third one is a case pane, right? The first one, workflow, contains all generic information of the workflow, like, okay, who is created, when is it created, what is the status of the workflow, and what is a routing path, right? So this is generic related to workflow. And then we also have a freeze pane. It contains customer information that related or relevant to that particular case. And it's like, sometimes we have the 360 view on that customer. So the user can collapse it or open it whenever they want. And the last one is important. This one is dynamic, the case pane. So it is render different form based on which workflow process the agent open. For example, if I'm the customer, I'm called the agent, I would like to increase my credit limits, right? The agent just click on the create, would like to create the credit limits, right? The form will render the credit limit form or changing the billing cycle, etc. So it's dynamics. And if you see on this screen, you will see that this screen retrieve the data from different data sources. For example, the workflow detail, it came from Mendix database itself, but the customer information come from the core credit card system because we would like to keep the data in one single source, right? Single source of truth. And for the case as well. So we have built the adapter with Mendix, to ensure that you can scale the adapters independently apart from the app layer. So the adapter we built on Mendix, on the other side, we connected to the new core system, which is AS400. We communicate through the TCP IP with the fixed length format based on MBase or EBCDIC format. So, and on the other side, we transform into the web service protocol, so which allow workflow application to connect to the adapter easily because it's Mendix to Mendix. It's very easy. So in this project, we built more than 250 APIs just to ensure that we have everything automated and seamless integrated with the new core system. Okay, so here is a very example of the screen design. As mentioned, the UX UI is very simple, flattened, easy to use, and lightweight. That's the most important. It's very fast. So just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, right? So here's the result. So this system has been live for already 5 years, and it is still running. So we are very proud of this result of this project with Mendix. We have managed to solve all the business challenges I mentioned and also meet the technical requirements as discussed earlier as well. So as you know, the call handling time is very important factor, to determine the customer experience for KTC. So after implement our system, we have improved more than 30%. Like you have 100 call agent, and then if after using our system, you have 130 call agents in your system, just analogy to give you the idea, right? So KTC was very pleased with the result because this system really helped a lot, both on the customer experience and also the internal operation process. So it's fully automated, also reduce the human error, increase the traceability. They have real-time data to see the dashboard, where's the bottleneck in their process. So this success would not have been possible without Mendix low-code platform. And we are looking forward to the new challenges together with Mendix. Well, that's about it. I do hope you all enjoy our success case at KTC today. So please let us know if you have any questions, and feel free to send me an email with questions or inquiry. And if you are a Thai company, just let us know. So if you have any question, would like to explore further with Mendix technology, we're here based in Bangkok. You can contact us any time. So I wish you all enjoy the rest of Mendix World 2021 and stay safe for COVID. สวัสดีครับ